Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, in which we bring the most busted team we can possibly put together and see just how far we can take it. I am going to be taking on the Lord of Subsidence level 200 Lufenia quest as part of Tidus's Eldian Burst debut, and for this I'm bringing a party of Tidus, Core, and Faris with a Cloud of Darkness friend and an Ifrit summon. So I am fairly sure that I do not need to explain to you what is going to be going on here. Right, so I've got Tidus's Burst. I looked into it with tickets, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's all sorts of shenanigans, and I'm going to be putting that to its fullest use on this stage. So these bosses are well, if the non-Luffy versions of the fight are anything to go by, and I will just double check to make sure that that is indeed still the case. The enemies are weak to melee damage. But they cannot be elementally imperiled, which makes Kurasame useless, which makes Ash LDCA useless, so we have to increase damage by other means. And the Lufenia orb is player uses instant turn rate ability. Well, we're not going to be having any problems with that, are we? So I am bringing along a COD friend who is like tripped out to the gills with freaking like perfect artifacts and triple spheres, which look pretty freaking good. They're not as good as they could be, but I mean it's enough. Yeah, we're just going to be like doing all sorts of nonsense. So I'm bringing Faris along purely for the debuffs, because she does inflict all of her frame debuffs on enemies just by being there. Now that I have a burst weapon that is not COD and that does ridiculous damage, I can do this. I can bring Faris as a debuff bot. I can fire off Jack's LD. And then we can swap out Faris for COD. I can get up the Iroha effect on Core before we use his EX, and then we get up the HP attack increase on Tidus here. I have decided to use Gabranth instead of using Tifa because Gabranth will increase it for the whole party, and then we just bear witness to the absolute number porn that should unfold in front of us. So without further ado, let's go and let's see just how stupid this gets. So this is just going to be purely like COD and Core and Tidus, and you know what's going to happen. You already know what's going to happen. Okay, so I immediately do not like that these enemies are starting in this turn order. So let me try and fix that. That's a bit more like it, don't you think? That's more like what I wanted to see. Okay, so let's get up at the Circle of Judgment. I'll go in with one of these. And my skills are in a messed up order. I didn't even bother to fix my skills, but you know, it is what it is. Buff longer. Yeah, and I guess we can do one of these. And then I can just do one of these. But imagine if Tidus went last. I mean, he's too fast to go last. Like, that's just not going to happen, but that would be pretty glorious. So let's just use this on Tidus to get him buffed. And then let's use Iroha. Let's do this. Actually, we can increase the orb, or just at least maintain the orb for the enemies. Okay, so we've got Iroha's LD effect up now, which is what we want. That wonderful, like, maintain bravery when you do a HP dump, so that's just going to be helping the follow-ups do a hell of a lot more damage. Let's pop down the Jack. And then swap out for COD. So this is in all likelihood going to break B. Yeah, oh my god, we're doing cap damage. even without the Imperil. Yeah, it's over. Just bear witness to the absolute shenanigans that are about to unfold before your eyes. That's all I need to say here. So if they cleanse themselves, I'm going to be really annoyed. But I don't think that they will. I don't think they can do that. Well, let's go. Man, maybe the Iroha call was overkill. I expected the bravery damage reduction to be much higher here than it actually is. I think Iroha call is overkill because we're just capping way too much on bravery. I should have brought like. Then again, I don't really have a HP damage increase that's not Gabranth, that doesn't involve an Imperil, because what's his face, Ignis is an Imperil, Kurasami is an Imperil. I mean, maybe I could have brought like Tifa and used her on Tidus, but I mean, I don't know. But yeah, this is absolute number porn. Oh, Iroha came in clutch for the LD finish at least. I mean the burst finisher rather. That's pretty sick. Oh yeah, nearly 4.8 million. Just casually, you know, just as you do. Yeah, what more is there to say? I do believe the what you're witnessing, it speaks for itself. Oh my god, this is so unfair. I think I could just literally do this until the fight ends. Like, does not add to turn count? No, I didn't think it did. Well, Winning Spirit is about to wear off. But I think his LD should see to that. So if this isn't unfair, I don't know what is. I mean, I probably won't be able to use this exact team in every Lufenia because there are going to be gimmicks that prevent it from being used, like, you know, increased defense and stuff like that. I think there's at least one quest around when Setsa comes out that has enemies like really with like really insane defense because they want you to use Setsa's LD. So we're going to need to like work around that. And there's going to be some Lufenia orbs that don't let you just take a gajillion turns in a row because that would be silly. But you know, with those exceptions in mind, I mean, really, what else can you say? It's just it's almost like cheating. Were it not for the fact that the devs deliberately made this something you could do in the game. So I hear some people complaining about Lufenia level difficulty. I mean, your experiences do somewhat depend on luck. But I mean, look at these characters, man. How can you do this kind of nonsense and still have trouble? Like, I don't understand. My brain does not compute how you can have trouble when you do this shit. I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe you want to play more with characters that you like and, you know, like your favourites and so on. And that's perfectly respectable. Like, I completely understand that. But I actually do like Tidus from FF10. And I'm glad that he's actually getting some good treatment here. His artifacts are kind of trash. I need to fix those at some point. But yeah, that is... yeah, if we didn't need all those turns of setup, this would quite easily be like freaking one turn or something stupid. But, you know, you can't win them all. So that's going to be my clear of the Tidus Lufenia. Yeah, I hope you are as suitably amused as I am with this kind of ridiculous setup, and I hope it serves you well going forwards. So, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoy it. Until the next time, take care and goodbye.